I was 23 years old, man. Got asked to choreograph one of the biggest dancing artists we have, and I almost said no. I was still dancing with Usher. My whole life changed very, very, very fast. Everything about my career, I did outside the lines.
Yeah.
And you can't have tattoos because you won't be able to work. Agent, you gotta have an agent. I try to have an agent. I'm fighting for it.
How can someone make a living out of dance?
It's mostly music videos, tours. If you're a dancer and you have like a following, you can do brand deals and teaching. Bro, I know people who make a full-time on TikTok who just literally just get paid on that. You gotta know how, when you do make money, save your money. I bought my house when I was 20. Your body is your livelihood in that dance field. So if I hurt my ankle, I can't work. If I can't work, I can't make money.
Man, for anybody who wants to be a dancer, this interview right here is going to change your life. Josh Smith is a force behind some of the most iconic choreography in dance today. Best known for his work with Chris Brown, Usher, Sierra, BTS, and more. From his early days in America's Best Dance Crew to global stages, Josh is without a doubt one of the most talented dancers of all time. Good to see you, bro.
It's good to see
Mr.
you, man.
Josh Smith.
Let's do it.
Mr. Dancer Boy Smith.
Come on.
Yeah.
Hype me up, man. Make me feel good.
Bro, you're the GOAT, man.
Bro, thank you. I'm trying. On the way. On the way.
You know, it's amazing how much you've accomplished at such a young age still, you know, and when I met you, we started working together, like 8 years ago, you know?
About 8
7
years ago.
years,
Yeah,
so
7, 8 years.
It's just crazy, man. You're so ahead of you're ahead of your time, ahead of your age, you know?
Thank you, bro. I'm trying. I don't know, whatever I'm destined to do, I'm just trying to flow naturally and move with flow. That's my whole thing. I'm just grateful to be here. Definitely putting in the work, but thankful and grateful all at the same time.
Yeah, man.
It's amazing.
Yeah. I mean, when I met you, you were dancing with Usher, and then that transitioned to choreography. But I want to rewind a little bit before that. Like, I want to kind of get to know the Josh that I didn't know, you know?
Okay.
So taking it back to, you know, when you were growing up, you grew up in Atlanta, right?
So I actually grew up in North Carolina. I'm from Raleigh, Durham.
Bro,
Durham,
my
North
sister was
Carolina.
born in Raleigh.
Really?
I used to live in Raleigh.
That's crazy. You know what's crazy? I think you vividly told me that a while ago. Yeah, I'm from Durham originally. So
No
Bull
way.
City, shout out to Bull City. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
bro. So that's my hometown, born and raised, and then I moved to Atlanta right after high school. That's when I pursued my professional career in dance.
So were you doing dance as a hobby? Like, where did dance even come from for you?
Man, I don't know. I think it's definitely God-given. You know, I always danced, but back then, you know, dance wasn't always perceived how it was or how it is now, you know. So, and what I mean by that is just, you know, it was hard for straight males. You know, it's not like either here or there. I have great friends with everybody. I love everyone. So it's not nothing that I don't know. It's not nothing like I really seen that made a difference.
Yeah, for sure.
But back then it was a little harder to like come out as a dancer because people just always labeled you as like, oh, you must be gay, or oh, you must be this type of way. I was like, no, I just love to dance. You know?
Those
But
labels
then,
are crazy, bro.
It's crazy,
Early
bro.
2000s.
Early 2000s is crazy, you know, and like now we have social media. Now everybody's dancing on social media and just everywhere. But before it wasn't like that. And then honestly, to sum it up, man, I was in middle school and I had a pep rally. And
Pep rally?
it was a pep rally. I was in 6th grade and they had like a pep rally in my school. And they asked like 6, 7, 8. We had need one person from each class to come down and do like a little dance competition between the 3 classes. And I didn't want to go. And only a handful of people knew I can dance. And they put me down there. They shoved me down the bleachers. And then I didn't want to dance, and I kind of danced in front of the school, and everyone loved it, bro. Oh, they went crazy. They went crazy. They went so crazy that all the homies, all the big kids that was older than me, they was like, hey, bro, you killed that. That was fire. Like, you need to keep doing your thing. And once I didn't feel that shame or didn't feel, like, judged, and everyone was like, nah, bro, it was dope. It was fire for me. It was up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I just kind of kept my confidence and kind of went with it because my school wasn't the easiest school. You know, it was a lot of like gangs and some violence and whatever. But we still had good kids there. Just rough environment.
How did you know you could dance though? Like, at what age were you like?
Bro, you know what? I think what goes back in my brain is I was in 3rd grade and I'm not gonna lie, I always used to watch like Michael Jackson, of course.
Oh yeah.
GOAT,
Oh yeah.
rest in peace. And then Usher at the time. You know, they were the two ones I used to watch. When I was real young. And all I just say is I seen Mike, hit the moonwalk. We all seen that. So I kind of knew I can do that, but I really wasn't dancing yet. It was just the moonwalk. And this guy at the school, he did the moonwalk so clean. Oh man, he did it so clean in front of all like the girls and stuff, and I got so jealous. So I went back and studied that move. No. And I went back in school and killed it. Like talking about gliding, they was like, "Yo, you're floating." And that's how my foot journey kind of happened. If you ever see me dance, like obviously my feet, it's like my main thing. So that's where it started. And then after the moonwalk, I learned the side glide, just a regular gliding, and that came when I watched Usher doing all his video. Back then, you had to watch it. Like as soon as the video comes, you had to watch it. It wasn't recording or going back and reversing. Nah, I just had to really watch it. So, but yeah, and after that, I just kind of kept going. I kept just dancing in front of my friends. I didn't even know I can dance. The crazy thing, I was just dancing. I was just moving around, and then somebody one day was like, "Yo, you're really good. You should kind of take it a little serious." And they said, "Oh, you can do conventions. Oh, you can do." I'm like, "What is that?" I said, "You can do conventions. It's like places you can just go take classes and stuff."
Yeah,
like fire. Like, where do I go? And it kind of just opened up as I got older.
Yeah, in my culture, I'm Iranian, so my family immigrated from Iran. I was born here, like first generation, and in my family, or in my culture, not just my family, in my culture, dance is big.
Fire.
Dance is like a big part of our culture, right?
Come on.
We'll do family anywhere you go. If there's an Iranian family there, no matter where you are, if it's a birthday party or a random gathering or a random dinner on a Thursday night, or a wedding, obviously, or any event, anything, anywhere you go, there's always dance.
Fire.
Always.
Love that.
In some form, right? And dance is like, dance I think for us started as storytelling. So, in ancient Persia, it was like the way you told stories was through dance. The way you did rituals was through dance, right? And so not only did it become rooted in my family, but in our culture over, hundreds, thousands of years, right? So what I'm wondering for you is, you had a fascination with dance at a young age. You'd watch these videos. You see kids in school. You wanted to emulate them. You wanted to kind of impress the girls, impress people. But was there history of dance in your family?
Yeah, man. I think when I asked my dad, used to dance. He used to like b-boy and stuff back then.
Oh, he did.
Yeah, I think he never like took it like super. Try to go professional or nothing, but he definitely was like, I used to dance back then. He used to show me like his outfits. He had the long big hair just like me.
No way.
And like the afro. And then my uncle, he used to dance. So it wasn't like a whole lot of dance background, but I for sure had people engulfed in hip hop. You know what I mean? And like obviously hip hop is big in our culture. So yeah, I mean, I don't know. It was great to at least learn about that, but I think I'm the first in my family to take it wherever I took it. You know what I'm saying? I love it, bro. Like dance saved my life. Dance is everything for me, and dance has done so much that I met so many different people, traveled the world, all through just moving my body.
It's a beautiful life. You created a beautiful life for yourself, bro.
Exactly. Thank God for that.
Yeah, bro. Is your dad from North Carolina?
Yeah, my dad's from North Carolina. He's from Sanford, North Carolina. Okay. And then my mom is from South Carolina, Myrtle Beach.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, so it's like crazy. I got both. Wow.
The Carolinas, bro.
The Carolinas, man. We got a lot of talent out there. So,
yeah, bro.
Definitely I love where I'm from. It made me who I am.
Yeah.
And now I'm just glad I get to show the world, It started small. Now the world is starting to see.
Dude, I love it, bro. I love it. Part of this show and my goal with the show is to create and spread education about different creative fields, right? And dance is so fascinating to me because like with film, there's not exactly one path, right? With dance, especially now with social media, there's like hundreds of different paths. So I'm trying to piece this timeline together right now of the story of Josh Smith.
Okay.
You're as a kid,
yep.
You were doing it in school from fascination.
Yep.
Right? If you had family roots.
Yep.
Growing up, you started to, take it a little more seriously.
Yep.
I'm trying to find the missing piece of the puzzle that connects us from childhood to moving to Atlanta. And
I got you.
So Let's tie it together, you know?
So let's tie it together. I started kind of dancing around middle school, I told you. That kind of was like a start of me knowing, like, that was the real start of me, like, okay, I can move my body. I'm a little nervous, but people like what they see. Then I got to like a dance team in my middle school.
Mm-hmm.
And I say my middle school because that was a big pivotal moment for me, because my dance teacher, shout out to Miss Pope, shout out to AP, she really helped me gain the confidence to be able to step outside of my city. So she was the first person, a dance teacher, to take me, like, let's go on a dance competition outside of Durham. Let's go to visit a college or a high school outside of Durham.
Nice,
so you can see dancers around different places other than your city. So then I went to high school. High school was just as pivotal. Went to high school, and then once I got high school, I kind of got better at my craft. Still a teenager, just doing teenage. I did everything. I played sports. I did it all. Like, I was in band, everything.
Nice. What instrument did you play?
I was in drum line, so I did the cymbals.
Oh, that's even better, bro.
So I was doing the cymbals. Like, so I was like, music definitely helped me out a lot.
Yeah, your sense of sound and
for sure,
movement and timing, it's all connected. It all makes sense.
So I used to help, like, I wasn't a drum major, but I used to kind of help sometimes do like the moves and help choreograph this stuff, because I was always a dancer. And so they were like, well, we need help with the drum major stuff. So I used to help out with that. So it's always cool. But then after high school, bro, I knew. I think I went right before my senior year. I went to New York to visit, and I went to Atlanta. That was my first time ever going to Atlanta and first time going to New York. And I was like, where do I want to move to? I knew on my heart of hearts that I knew I wanted to become a professional dancer. I didn't know how that was going to happen. I didn't know when it was going to happen, but I knew it was going to happen. That was, I feel like that was like my destiny, my calling. I knew school wasn't for me, you know. Not saying school is not for everybody else, but school was not for me. School was not easy for me. So it was on some, like, this is the only option.
Mm-hmm.
There's no other option. Mm-hmm. So then I graduated, and then in that time frame I told you I went to Atlanta, New York.
Mm-hmm.
New York was too much for me. I loved it, but it was like, for me leaving the nest, you know, and not going to college and like that, I'm thinking like, whoa, New York was a big city for me. Like, a lot of stuff. I'm a country boy, so I needed to calm down. Yeah. Atlanta was just enough that it wasn't too far. It's still driving distance from my family, but it was enough city and country at the same time.
And how many years were you in Atlanta for?
I was in Atlanta for 6 years.
Okay.
Like 6.5 years.
So from what age to what age, sorry?
I was there from 18 to 24. All I had to say, when I went to Atlanta, it was amazing, bro. Like, I had a good time. They loved me out in the classes. They were trying to hire me when I was out, and I wasn't even there yet. I said, I don't live here. I still live in North Carolina. So I went out there and did it, and it was just like a good time. It wasn't too fast, but it was fast enough and helped me grow up. So that's how I moved from North Carolina to Atlanta.
Got it.
So that's like the bridging of the gap right there. And then everything from then on started in Atlanta. Atlanta was a big core for me of learning, like, just, it started from like the ground up. My roots started from North Carolina for sure, and then in a professional level, definitely learned from Atlanta, and just honestly growing from a boy to a man. Yeah.
There's two things I saw about you that I had no idea. One was America's Best Dance Crew.
Yeah.
Was that in Atlanta?
That was in Atlanta. So that's when I was in Atlanta. Yeah, like the first year. After the first year, I joined a crew called Collision Crew.
Collision Crew, yeah.
And that's like them, all my homies and my boy to this day. And I was like 19 at that time, and that's when ABDC was still hot.
Yeah,
it was the last season. And then,
it was the last season?
It was the last season, season 7. That was the last one.
Oh my gosh!
And then we went in there and we did the audition, and we made it, bro. And that was my first, quote unquote, big break, of my first big like thing in Atlanta. And that was like very fast, maybe like a couple months, so like 6 months. I was in Atlanta at that time, and about that year mark, we hit ABDC, and it was like we had to keep it a secret for a while.
Yeah,
it was dope to see like all my family back home. You know, you're on TV, so everyone was like, "Yo, you're on. Josh is on TV right now," and I was only like a year in Atlanta, so it was a good time, man.
That's amazing. How was that experience being on a show? And you know,
it was humbling. I'm not gonna lie, it was really dope. But like, to see how everything happens behind the scenes. You know, I'm a small town kid, so I didn't know like, oh, this is what really goes on in the background. But it was really good to see, and I mean, dang, who would have known that would have been my life from here on out? So, but it was great. It was a good time. It was a lot of hard work. Probably one of the hardest jobs as like a dancer, as far as reality TV or whatever I ever done, because it's a lot of work. We didn't get any sleep on that show.
Really?
We was working hard, bro.
Was that your first exposure to being on like a shoot?
Yeah, that was my first time, and it was tough, and doing it for the camera blocking.
Yeah.
There's this. Oh, you gotta have the choreography, have the music done. I'm like, whoa. It was a mission, bro. It was a mission. So, but definitely a blessing that I got to learn so much so early. I was just soaking it all in. So, fire.
One other thing I saw about you was you were on a Disney show.
Yes. Also, then you're talking about how did you find these things? That's like
bro, I dig deep.
You dig deep. That was my first 2 jobs I ever had. So you got ABDC and you have Let It Shine. Let It Shine on Disney. Yes, that was a funny time. But I'm sure I'm gonna look like a naked mole rat if y'all see this right here. But yeah, I was like had no beard, low cut, young Josh, 18, 19 years old. So it was fire, but also a dope learning experience, and seeing how they operate and shooting. And I was so nervous on that job, bro. I was so nervous. I want to.
It's Disney, bro.
Disney. I'm like, I want to mess up in front of choreographers, and like, you know, I didn't really know. They didn't know me. I don't know them. I didn't really know the dancers. I knew like some of the dancers, but some of them was already comfortable booking jobs. I didn't.
Yeah, it was new to you.
I was new, so I was trying to be cool, but nah, I was trying to sweat bullets over here. So
how did you land a TV gig at a young age?
For Let It Shine?
For Let
Disney?
It Shine, yeah.
Bro, I'm gonna be real, you wanna know this is a dope story that a lot of people don't know. So for Let It Shine, I wasn't signed yet in the agency.
Okay.
So I wasn't signed, and I had a couple friends who told me like it's an audition today for a Disney movie, Blase, you know, you should go. And I'm like, well, they said, you know, it's agency call. So if you don't know agency calls, like you can't go if you're not a part of the agency. Like, so
you need an agent to rep you, or you need to be signed to an agency.
Yes, you need to be signed to an agency to go to that call. Like,
okay.
So at the time, you know, I'm thinking I just want to abide by the rules. I don't want to rock no boat. So I'm at the house sick, like, man,
damn,
I hope I can go, whatever. So then I'm just kind of in the bed. So I kind of went back to sleep, or trying to at least. And my friend, my 2 good friends, the twins, they're part of Jungle Boogie, Antoine and Anthony. They was like, hey, bro, where you at right now? I'm like, I'm at the house. Why the hell you at the house right now, bro? Like, it's an audition going on for Disney. I'm like, I know, but they said I can't go. They said it's all, you know, it's only for agencies, for people who got agencies. He was like, man, who cares about that? So I said, say less. I'm telling you, I got up. I just threw on whatever clothes I could have, and like I booked it maybe 85 miles per hour, 90 miles per hour the whole way down to the studio. And I'm super late, and they grabbed me a number on the side. They grabbed them from the table and like a little pin. So when I walked in, I didn't have to, and they already signed my name in. So they just like, hey, take. And they snuck me in there. I wasn't supposed to be in there. They snuck me in there.
Way, bro.
And they want to know what's even funnier? Around this 360, I got in there. They're teaching me the choreography while our groups was happening. So now the judges are out there in the front, 3 judges, and they're like, okay, 15, 16, 17, 18, come on out, you do the dance. So I had maybe like number 67 or something, 80, something random, right? And then it was like, they're teaching me the choreography in the corner as they're going out. I've never done it, never tried it.
Yeah.
Went out there, bombed it. I was trash.
Really?
Did terrible, did not do good. I was down and out. They come to you, they let you know, hey, they tap you. Thank you for coming. That means you got to leave. Or they say, please stay. They told me in my ear, thank you for coming. I said, I left out. So I'm in the lobby. I'm all moping around. They got the part.
Your friends.
My friends, which is dope. I was happy for him. I'm like, that's fire. But I'm like, man, nah, it's all good. I'm just going to go home. He said, go home. it's another part of audition you got to do. It's one more part that you can audition for. I'm like, man, they don't even like me, bro. I was trash just down. Like, I'm not about to go out there, like, embarrass myself again. Another valuable lesson to all my young dancers: don't give up, because I was going to give up and just say, forget about it. They made me go back in there, do the other second half of the audition. It was like for a different part of the movie, and I booked it.
No way.
Booked it. They loved me for that part, and thank God, shout out to them for pushing me to go further. And went back in there, I booked it, and that's how I got my first job. That was the most money I ever made or seen. You know, and I'm like, whoa, like, this is crazy.
Unbelievable.
Like, it was a crazy story, bro. I wasn't supposed to be there, but ended up having it. You know
shout out to the homies, man.
Yeah, shout out to the homies, man. You gotta have good people that believe in you.
The fact that they pushed you and they're like, don't stop, just do the other audition.
Yeah, I was so down, and I'm like, I'm not gonna do it. Go with the same judges, and he was like, no, you going back in there, going back in there. And you're going to finish the audition. We'll be out here waiting for you. And I was like,
wow. Were they your age?
Nah, they're older than me.
Oh, they were?
Yeah, they're older. They was like a little older. They probably maybe like 4 or 5 years.
Okay.
Yeah, so.
Something you mentioned that's interesting is rejection, right? And I mean, I face rejection all the time too as a filmmaker, bro. As a director, I'm pitching ideas. I'm constantly getting, rejected all the time, right? And then out of, let's say, 100 pitches, maybe a small percent of that will stick.
Right.
But the small percent of the pitches that I land are phenomenal, right? Yeah. So it's just, for us creatives, we have to understand how to deal with rejection, right? And I guess my question for you here is, when it comes to dance, how does rejection work? How do you take rejection and how do you overcome it? And how does a dancer, especially because in the dance community, there's so much competition now.
It's a lot of competition, man.
So how do you stand out? First off, how do you deal with rejection? And second off, if you're rejected and you want to come back stronger, how can you make sure you stand out? Is it solely skill?
I feel like it's a lot of ways you can answer this type of question, because, as people, we're all different. I can tell you my perspective on it is how, let's say, some healthy ways to deal with rejection is, one, you want to have a good supportive team. You know what I mean? You want to have, and sometimes it's like work for both hands. For me, it's kind of good that I have friends and family that is not a part of the industry, so they have no clue what you're talking about. So, and it's kind of cool because it's that double-edged sword. You get mad at them because they don't understand. And you're like, well, you don't understand where I'm trying to come from. But sometimes I laugh at myself as I got older in the industry, because I kind of like that I talk to them and they be like, so you're mad because this person took a dance move from you, and how they say it to you, back to you, I'm almost like, this doesn't matter for real. You know what I mean? And then that kind of helps me go back and to stay grounded into the earth and not kind of see like, hey man, like when you're engulfed in your own world, sometimes it can feel so big. But I was like, try to dive past that, and then two, self-love. You want to just know that, hey man, just because this person don't like me or I didn't get this job doesn't mean I'm not good enough. I had to really, 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 really dig deep and find out that, like, that's just maybe because that's a perspective, or I'm not right for that job. You know what I mean? Or maybe it's just not my time yet. You kind of got to be optimistic and think past the worst, because the industry is hard, you know what I mean? And being a dancer is hard. You're getting judged by how you look. You're getting judged by how you move. You're getting judged by how you, like, stand and dance. And are you special enough? Are you not special enough? Like, so many variables you got to get through. But ultimately, you got to love yourself first before other people will love you. You know what I mean? You got to walk in the room like you are the flyest in the room, even if you know you're not. Sometimes you got to fake it till you make it. And then when you do make it, you'll understand all the hard work all the hard work it was to get there. You know what I mean? So I think that's a good way to help rejection. Just stay positive, have a good support team, and then just keep moving forward, bro. At some point, you will make it. You will break.
It's beautiful, bro. Well said. And so let's say someone wants to come back stronger for their next audition. How do they stand out the next
I'm going to tell you, I'm going to just be real with y'all. I'm going to tell y'all how I do it. I have a very... Can I cuss on here?
Bro, say whatever you want.
I have a very fuck it attitude. I'm sorry for all my young listeners right here, but in the sense of I don't really care what people think at times, and maybe that's it takes time to get there. You know what I mean? Or some people are just different. But honestly, when I go on auditions, bro, and when I used to go on auditions, I'm like, man, I'm about to just cut up. I'm about to cut up. I'm about to show you who Josh is, right? I don't know where else got in here. He's dope, they're dope, whatever. But I'm letting you know what I'm about to do. So I just be doing random stuff, bro. Like I have done toe stalls on tables in front of judges' tables.
Toe stalls?
Yeah, I would literally just like save this here. I would hop on my toe on the table and hop off that joint.
Like when you walk in?
No, like see how they say they ask like, oh, this group of dancers do a dance.
Okay.
And they say freestyle for the first 8 count and then do the choreography.
Okay.
And then after the choreography, dance. I kind of like did the choreography. After I did that, I went up to it, and then like there's like 3 judges. Boom. Then I hopped on the table on my toe. They're like, whoa, and then hop back off. And people was like, what? But I'm on some like, I want you to see how I turn up. I want you to see how I vibe. So when I come back stronger, yeah, you might have seen me last time down and out. And everybody gonna feel that. Your tail gonna be tucked in, especially if you did bad or something. But isn't it gonna be that much sweeter if you do come back stronger and you really hitting that motherfucker? That's all right. That's how I like to come back. You know what I'm saying?
Totally.
Like, but you gotta work hard though. You can't be all big and bad wolf out there looking crazy out there on them steps. You gotta work hard, and working hard nowadays, people get that misconstrued. People wanna always show that they're working hard. I don't know. I'm not raised that way.
Yeah,
right?
for sure.
Me, I'm like, if I want to work hard, I'm gonna really duck off. I'm gonna go off the grid. I'm gonna lower my head down a little bit, and I'm gonna work. So when I come back, you really gonna see something. You're gonna see it different. Not because I want to talk too much. A lot of people are talking. Oh, I'm fine. I'm a bird. You know, you work with me a lot. I said, I don't want to talk. I'm not gonna. Hey, you want to see the choreography? I'm gonna show you the choreography.
Right.
You want to see this right here? Let your work speak for itself. Yeah. That's how you know you really the shit.
You also, it seems like you also don't let yourself become intimidated.
No.
Right? When you go into audition room, you generally see other dancers around you, and it's the same thing for acting. When actors go to audition, I mean, now it's a lot of virtual stuff, but before the virtual stuff, back when you had to go into audition with hundreds of people who look just like you.
Just like you, bro. Like, that's the thing. You got to know the beauty of, like, it's only one me.
Yeah.
It's a lot of dancing in here, but you kind of got to, but to real, you got to protect yourself in that armor, because it is, when you in a room full of 500 and half of them are beasts.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And another thing is when you're around people that you look up to.
Yeah.
That was the thing. When I went to Atlanta and LA and I started going to auditions, and I'm seeing the people I know I watch on YouTube at the time. This before IG. There's a guy I used to watch on YouTube, and I'm like, yo, I know them. And I'm in the same room as them.
Insane.
But I'm going for the same job. So I can't be too fanned out, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm like, all right, I gotta figure this out. And I think that's where how it started, bro. Like, you gotta, it's one of the things that when your idols become your rivals, you like, hey, ain't no bad blood here, but I'm trying to do the same thing you doing. So
idols become your rivals, bro. That's real shit.
That's real.
It happens to everybody.
It happens to everybody, bro.
Which is insane to think, you know? Hopefully someday I can be Spielberg's rival.
You know what I mean? Ain't that a great thing though? Like, it's crazy, but you like, hey, we're here now. It's the respect, man. We all gotta have a goal. So
we have to, yeah.
Gotta have
I love that, man. I think that's actually very inspiring, and it's such a simple concept, but it's so powerful, you know, to tune out the noise and not let yourself become intimidated. If you become intimidated, you lose confidence, and when you lose confidence, it affects your performance.
Facts.
And so I totally understand how that could, you know,
telling you, man,
hurt someone's performance if they don't abide by that rule.
Yes.
You know.
Yes.
That's really well said, man.
I appreciate
so
it, man.
back to your journey.
Okay.
You're in Atlanta, you're getting these jobs.
Yeah.
What's the next step that takes you to, like, working with these big artists? I know you work with Usher, Sierra. I don't know if there's people before that. I just kind of love to know. I'm just trying to figure out for a dancer listening, right? Like a young kid who's 17, whether it's a girl or boy, whatever,
Yeah.
and they really want to make this a career. Like, I'm just trying to figure out for you, what stepping stones did you take so they could kind of apply that? You know?
Man. After I did the ABDC and Let It Shine, I danced for my first artist. Shout out to Austin Mahone.
Austin was your first artist?
That's my first artist. Actually, this little pendant right here. Shout out to my boy this, and he gave that to me.
No way, bro.
It's crazy. That was my first artist I like kind of started dancing for and vibing with. And he was young. That was his first time being like an artist, and we became friends. We wasn't too far off in age difference, age gap. So on the job, we became good friends. We're still good friends to this day.
That's awesome, bro.
And then in the midst of me dancing with him, I was just same thing, taking class. No, I like me in Atlanta. I wasn't going to college. I had no friends out there. Had no family. So it was just very focused. I was just focused, like focus on just making it. You know what I mean? And so after me training and taking class and training my crew and all the good things, I got introduced to Jamaica, and
Legend.
So Jamaica Craft, shout out to Jamaica Craft. That's like
shout out
my
Jamaica.
Friend, mentor, like
she's
dance
so
mom.
talented.
Also.
She's so cool, bro.
She's amazing, bro.
Yeah.
Like she put me on game and put me hip to a lot of things, and honestly, it was a big gateway in my career, and she helped along the way. So like how I was fortunate to work with Sierra and Neo and Usher and Lloyd,
amazing,
all
bro.
those people was all through Jamaica. You know what I mean?
It's
so
amazing.
She was a very pivotal, I would say, moment in my life and career to help me make that next step, and that was choreography. So I was dancing. I was getting my feet wet with like artists, with Austin. I did like some Jason Derulo stuff early on in my career with the artists, and they kind of just kept stepping stone. And then when I got under Jamaica finally, I think under her direction, I was doing B. Smith, rest in peace.
Oh yeah.
That's my boy, and then we did some stuff with him, and then it kind of just snowballed. And then she asked crazy. She asked for me to do Us like 3 times, but I said no, because I was loyal to Austin at the time. Only because what she asked me, it was like kind of random, and we was like on like a little mini promo run with Austin, and I didn't want to just up and leave him, even though
you're loyal, bro. For Usher, you turned down Usher for your boy. I mean, I respect it,
bro. It was, and believe me, I was nervous doing that. I wasn't like I was like oh yeah, forget. I was like, oh my God, please ask for me back. You know what I mean? But that's just who I am. I'm a very loyal person.
Yeah.
Past the art, past the lights and glam, I'm a very loyal, bro. So I didn't want to do that to him. I know he was a young artist, and he gave me a lot. My first time touring, first time making a lot of money, first time being able to do a lot of things was through this artist, man, through this kid. So I didn't ever want him to feel like, oh, you out of here. So, and he didn't even know that at the time. I never even told him at the time when it happened. But about the third time she asked, I could tell she was like, now look, I want to da-da-da-da. If you do good this one job, it was for iHeart show. She said, if you do good this one time.
iHeartRadio?
iHeartRadio. She was like,
Usher was like performing there?
Yeah, he was performing.
Got it.
She was like, if you do this performance and you do good, you be on tour.
No way.
Yeah, so I was like, whoa. So all I gotta do good is one performance. She's like, yeah.
Did you have to audition for it?
No. She just picked me. I think she been eyeing me, and she been waiting for me for a while. That's what she asked. Cause I was supposed to do a video with him at one point. I was supposed to do other things, but I never got to do it because I was doing Austin.
So she was mentoring you, or how did?
Nah, she just seen me around Atlanta. That's why, like, it just Jamaica's fire, bro. She just seen me around Atlanta, and I had a lot of friends who work with Jamaica, but I was the newbie. I was the young boy. I was 19.
Got it.
20 years old. So she didn't. I was like 19. So she didn't really know me from a hole in the wall. But she kind of started seeing me kind of come up in class and start seeing people talk about my name. Like, who's this kid? And I work with B. Smith, and she liked my fire. She always like, you always got some fire in you. You got some fire in you. But she didn't know none of it. And then I think throughout the classes, and she seen me in the city, she was like, hold on. And started saying, like, he's starting to click for him a little bit. And then when it clicked, she just hit me up, and thank God she did. And I ain't gonna lie, I did this job in iHeartRadio for the show, and I didn't think I did that good, you know what I mean? But I still did my thing, and they still hired me, and I got to do Ush. I was like 20 when I got hired on Ush, and I was touring with him. I got to tour with him, and then I toured with Ush for like 2 years, and
Incredible, bro.
I started being his assistant choreographer, and that's when I started leveling up to like choreography, because she was already kind of, when I got Ush, she slowly started giving me like slow artists, like young artists.
So Jamaica was the lead choreographer for Usher?
At that time. At that time, she was the head choreographer, or like the creative. And then Marv was the head choreographer at the time, and then Jamaica was the head creative. And yeah, bro, like she did amazing. I mean, she put on a hell of a tour. She trained some beasts, and I think off that tour, that's when it snapped. That's when people always like, when did it like make sense for you? Like that tour, and I'm gonna be real with you, I'm gonna even go further. After that tour, during that tour, it was clicking in. Like all the puzzle pieces are working so hard. All that thing is like, there's all coming in like this. And then after the tour, I realized that one tour I would never probably get back, because how I felt aside, the hard work, like that just alone, like the process of getting to the actual shows, well, like that's a whole nother podcast, you know what I'm saying? But that created a beast. And then after that tour, I knew, I'm like, wow, like what I just went through was an amazing and once in a lifetime thing.
Yeah.
And when I realized that, I don't know, something boom. And then, like, I'm not gonna lie, I didn't dance like this all the time. Like, I'm not the best dancer. I'm not in my opinion, I think it's too many talented people.
You're really good. You're insane, bro. What are you talking? I don't know what you're talking about. My guy said I'm not the best dancer.
I just think it's so many talented people out here. For me, I can't call myself the best dancer. I will say, am I just free? In my opinion, I think I have a free spirit in the sense like whatever my body does, and I'm explosive.
That's what makes you so good, though.
Yeah,
like you're not analyzing things. You're just literally listening to your body.
I'm listening to my body, whatever that music made me feel. That's just what it's gonna be, bro. And like, I don't know. And I kind of, that's something when I preach, every time I teach and do things, I'm like, hey, just be you. Like, it's like the secret sauce, and it's so easy to say. But I'm like, yo, but when you start tapping into who you really are, like that's a lot of deep diving. But when you start really and accepting who that is, it's a lot of beauty in there. And then now because you're accepting yourself so much that now there's no hesitation about, do I look corny? Do I look silly? You just move it, because then now you can make other people believe or persuade them that you don't look corny because you believe it so much. So I don't know. That was a moment in Jamaica. Just she had a moment one day, and she came to me. She said, "Do you want to be a choreographer, or you want to be a choreographer?" And it's so funny, the same question. But it's the tone of voice when she asked that question to me. And long story short, I was like, I want to be the second one. And I knew what she meant. She was pretty much saying, you want to just be cool little choreographer, do little jobs, have some nice things, nice accolades? Or do you want to be respected? You want to be longevity. You want to have long-lasting relationships. You want people to know that when they hear your name, it's a certain type of respect that comes with it. You know what I mean? That's just like, if you want to be that, I can teach you that. You want to just make some steps and you want to be cool, I can teach you that, but you probably have to do your own thing. And that's what she did. I promise you, I was like a hidden secret. Like, no one even knew me like that. No one even knew I was even choreographing and doing things back at that time. I was just like, keep your head low. Like I said, work hard. You ain't got to show everything you do. It was like a good 2 years that I was just under Jamaica's wing, just learning, soaking everything in, watching, just trying to study and not trying to take anything from anybody. I don't want to take anything from them. I want to earn everything I have. Self-made. But along the journey, that you have people to help you. But it's a lot better when you get to a certain place in your career and you know that you didn't have to double cross or feel or like do some snake stuff into somebody. You know what I mean? Like, I can really stand alone and say I'm happy where I'm at, and I'm not using nobody and no one. I don't have any dirt in my name. You know, it's just a good time, hard work, and perseverance like that.
Man, for anybody who wants to be a dancer, this interview right here is going to change your life. I'm telling you right now. Like,
bro,
this,
I hope.
Yeah,
I really hope, man.
I think I'm really fascinated because there's a lot of parallels with my field in film and, you know, your field in dance. And one thing for you is you had, I mean, I know Jamaica wasn't exactly a full mentor, but to a degree, she was still someone who acknowledged you and kind of gave you opportunities.
Yeah, 100% a mentor. 100%.
Okay, she was a mentor.
100% a mentor.
Okay, I misunderstood.
More than like a dance coach. Like Jamaica, she used to take me to restaurants, like, and just how you should order on a menu. Like, you know, when you come in, you should sit this way, facing the door. You know what I mean?
Oh, that's mentorship.
Yeah, that she was. You need to try things. Just don't be like, oh, you don't want to eat that. Like, hey, as you get in these rooms with certain people, you want to walk the walk. You know what I mean? You ain't got to fake it, but you at least say you tried it. You know what I mean? Don't be ignorant. You know what I mean? Whatever. Understand where you are. Understand your environment. When I used to be in the room, she used to give me like little gems. Like, oh, who just walked in the room? I'm like, she's like, oh, because you were just busy looking at the dancers, right? Because you was in your own bubble trying to learn the choreography.
Yeah.
Know that you didn't know that was the CEO of Blase, and this guy was part of the label, but you didn't know that because are you looking at the artist? They like, open your eyes up, and she started learning, like, know who's in the room, read the room, understand. It was just she was giving me this knowledge that a lot of people just won't tell you.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. And she just so she was for sure 100% a mentor, 100%.
Dude, that is amazing, bro.
Yeah. And
with film, it's a similar thing, bro. I had a lot of mentors, and you know, it really opened up my eyes to the landscape of film in our industry, and I think it can really help level you up, right?
Yeah.
And my question for you now is, you know, you had Jamaica who kind of gave you the opportunity with Usher, right? But did you have an agent before that? Like for Austin, did you have an agent or no?
Funny enough, no, I didn't. So I try to have an agent, and it's no bad blood or anything, but I try to have an agent, and I luckily, again, why you should have great people around you. I think our views didn't align up, but I was young. I was wet behind the ear. I was like, so I didn't really know much. So I'm just going off of what people tell me. Oh, you need to have an agent. If you want to be a dancer, working dancer, you got to have an agent. You got to have an agent. Everything about my career, I did outside the lines.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They tell you this before back
everything.
Then. Everything. You can't have tattoos because you won't be able to work. I put them everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Like, now it's more receptive now, but back then it wasn't then. But like, I was like, okay, agent, you gotta have an agent. I try to have an agent. I'm fighting for it. At that time, I ain't gonna lie, I didn't have anything to give them. I wasn't like this new first dancer. No one knew me, so I didn't have nothing to give to them. Like, oh, I'm a promising for sure and booking type of guy. So, but what that mean is, when I went into the meeting and they was kind of wanting me to sign me, I had some friends who also with my management at the time, we entertained, and yeah, they literally said, they walked up in the meeting, they was in the meeting, and they literally was like, I'm going to be real with you, Josh. I don't think this is going to work with what you're aligned and what you want to be doing. What you told me that you're trying to align with your career, this is not going to work. This is going to hold you back. You know what I mean?
They said they're going to hold you back?
Yeah, not the agents, my friends. So I walked into the meeting with savers and agents, right? I put to walk into the meeting with the agents. I brought two of my friends with me who are older, like a couple years older than me.
Okay.
And they were like my mentors also. And they was pretty much like, they were my agents and manager for our crew, Collision Crew.
Okay.
So I asked if they can come with me to the meeting for my agency for me being a solo dancer.
Okay.
They heard the views of the agents, and they're pretty much like, you have to do this a certain amount of years, work with this type of choreographer, all these guidelines in order for me to make it as a dancer. And then I had someone who stood up for me, pretty much was like, no, that's so what's a formula for them to be a professional dancer? They're like, no, like, yeah, I get it's things you have to do, but like, so he has to work with this person to be able to do this. Like, that doesn't make any sense. And they kind of stood up for me.
Man.
And luckily I had someone who was there. And after the meeting, they was in the parking lot, and they was like, man, look, I'm going to support you, whatever you want to do. I don't want you to feel like you're picking sides. But at the time, they wanted to manage me. And they was cool with managing me and have an agent. But they're like, look, what they're asking you to do, bro, is not aligning up what you really want to do. It's gonna hold you back in the long run. And again, I'm a person. If you believe in me, I'm loyal. Then that's all I need. I don't need 100 men behind me. All I need is a solid 5, and I'm straight.
Yeah.
So when they told me, he said we don't even need a handshake. He said all we need is a handshake. We don't even need a contract. You stick by your word, I stick by mine. I'm like 19 at the time, so I'm like, okay, cool. And I never had an agent since.
Really?
Never had an agent since.
What? Dude, it's amazing.
All my jobs I've ever booked and everything, I had it just me and my management, and we just did it off the mud. We just came out the mud, man.
The power of relationships.
Power relationships and just believing, bro. Like they believed in me. I believed in them. There was a new management company. They never managed like a lot of people, but it was like, let's just do it. And we did it, and we was successful. You know what I mean? And like I never had an agent. It's not like it's bad to have an agent.
Yeah.
That just wasn't my path. And that just shows you even more that like, hey, it's a lot of hard work. It's a lot more work to put in because you don't get the call for them auditions. But again, that's when you make your own relationships, your own friend, and tell you about auditions. You can go in. Well, yeah, you're not supposed to be in the audition, but if you show up and you're fly, you think they're gonna kick you out? No. 9 times out of 10, they gonna book you. If you good, good, you good. So just know it's always more than one way to do something.
Of course. With dance in general, what opportunities are there just as a dancer, not a choreographer, just as a dancer? How can someone make a living out of dance? Like, is it just music videos and touring, or like, you know?
That's most, but it's a lot of different variation of dance. I mean, it's all about what type of dance you're doing. You know, you got Broadway still, so you can still dance on Broadway. You know, if you're going to be in the industry, then yeah, it's mostly music videos, tours, is real big, and then obviously like film work. You know, so TV shows, whatever. But yeah, that's pretty much it. But if you want to go on the video side, yeah, it's really just videos and tours, bro. That's like a money maker, and then. If you're a dancer and you have like a following, because social media is big, you can do brand deals and teaching.
Brand deals and teaching.
Yes.
So music videos, touring, brand deals, teaching, and can people make a full-time career out of these things?
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. Like, bro, I know people who make a full-time on TikTok who just literally just get paid on that. But then you got people who make full-time on dancing. I have never had a job outside of dancing.
Yeah. It's amazing.
That's just, you know what I mean? But that's real hard work and dedication. You know, like there's no excuse. And understanding, like any field you do, you have to understand what your field is. So I know my field is very up and down. It fluctuates. You got touring season. You got people who don't tour at all. You got to know how, when you do make money, save your money. So then when you're in the hard times of being an independent artist and you have no money, you got to pay bills, you have money, you can sustain yourself from all the big jobs you did do when you was on tour or whatever. Like you got to and that's not just being smart with your money, that's being an adult and understanding like, hey, we don't have 401ks, we don't have pension, we don't have that's going to set us up. So you have to just be more diligent with your money. Because with us, we get to tour and do a lot of things, so we get to see more money come faster than most. You know, some people got to do a regular paycheck, whatever. You might do a job that pays a good couple $1,000s. Then you might get to do a job that's like on the low end, but whatever that may be, you see large amount of money at different random times. You just knowing now how to calculate that all up and then being very smart and diligent with your money so you can sustain your job title. And that means training, going to class, everything. So then you can be seen to do the actual job. So like just being smart, because a lot of dancers, I think it should be a class on that. Cause I think a lot of people, you get the job and then we want to look fly, you know, and you want to look good, you want to whatever, you're trying to appease all these other people, and then you got no money. Now you don't got no car for you to drive to the audition, you know, drive wherever you need to go. Now you can't make these connections. Now you can't get into rehearsals because the Uber came late, whatever they may think might be. And believe me, I know it's hard out here, so it's not that. But have a plan. Like, have a plan. Just don't wing it.
Yeah.
All the time. When you in your early 20s, I get the winging thing. I winged it to if someone asked me back then when I was 20 something, I wouldn't have a clear understanding how I can talk right now.
Yeah.
But but when you're in your 20s, that's when you're supposed to go get it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I'm from the country, so it's very much like it's time to go hunt. You go hunt, you bring it back. What you bring it back is different things. You bring back food, I gotta go eat. I gotta eat. Or you can bring back opportunities. You can bring back a livelihood, whatever that is. You go hunting for, and you gotta bring it back. You know what I mean? And you gotta apply that to your career.
Yeah, saving's an important thing. It seems like, right?
Got
I mean,
bro.
saving's obviously important for
always
any career,
for anyone.
but for freelancing, for dancing, it's
you can go a whole couple months, a couple weeks with no job. Now, no auditions, no nothing. Oh, the artists, y'all went out for 2 months. That's great. Boom. Now they on ice. They chilling. What else you got next?
Before you did this professional, you know, part of dance, when you were, let's say, 19, 20, just moved to Atlanta, were you still able to sustain a career from those random gigs you got?
Yeah, bro. Same thing, having good people. And my parents did a great job teaching me how to save money.
Okay, good.
But, when I first got that, I'm gonna be real, when I first got that job at Let It Shine, Disney movie, most money I ever seen, bro.
Really?
Like, at that time, I was like, man, this is nuts. And I was super young, and at my apartment complex, I paid up my rent for 8 months.
No way.
I was the only. I'm a kid for real, so they looking at me like, "Yo, what do you do?" And they told my dad came down to make sure I did it all right. And they looked at him like, "Yo, you should be so proud of your son because we don't have anybody in this apartment complex that paid up their rent for 8 months in advance."
That's gangster.
That's gangster. So I didn't. I just knew for 8 months I had nothing if I didn't want to. So I just gave them all in one cashier's check. Here go 8 months of my rent right there. Like, and then I bought my house when I was 21. I bought my house. I just paid it off.
Wow, bro.
So that was great in Atlanta. So, but like smart investments, being smart and understanding, and someone teaching me early, like, hey, dude, be smart about this, man, because your body is your livelihood in that dance field. So if I hurt my ankle, I can't work. Or I can't now if I can't work, I can't make money.
Yeah, you know that's true.
And when and a choreography is a little different now. But when I was dancing in the field, you know, we got to keep up with our body to make sure we're in tip-top shape. So
yeah, this kind of leads me to my next question, just going off the whole thing about your body and how it's literally what's like without your body, you can't make a career, right? You can't make a career in dance at least. But what happens to people as they get older? Like your body is not going to be the same, right? Once you get into your 30s and 40s, like how can someone build a sustainable career around dance as they start to get older, you know?
Yeah, man. You know, I think like the early stages of dance, you just getting the experience. Get the experience. You don't know. You need to try good jobs, bad jobs to decipher, what is a good job, what is a bad job, what's this. Now, you need to get all the experience. But then as you're getting that experience, hopefully you're watching people that you look up to or admire and see what the good things and the bad things or things that you want to change. Those are the pivotal moments right there, because now when you want to make anything a career, you have to sustain that and sustainability. So it's not just because you're good at what you do. You can be good at what you do and be very broke and very just like and not even past broke. It's just now you're broken, because when you're an artist, the whole point is to dream and be one with the art. You know what I mean? Whatever that is in your field. And when you money involved, emotions, it get clouded. And now you can't work on the artistry that's going to pay you because now you're so unfocused. So as you getting these jobs, think like small wins. You know what I mean? Like you want to know, like get a savings, get like focus in, like you want to ask friends for or a mentor. Hopefully people have mentors or have somewhat of a mentor, and kind of just be smart about what you want to do, bro. Like it's all about being smart on what you want to do, being focused enough past dance. Once you get past the whole I want to dance, boom. After you want to dance, you say, then you get specific. It's like talking to the universe. Now I want to be able to dance for this type of artist. Then after you get that point, this type of artist, now, eventually, hopefully, you get into a point where you're working a lot more. Money is starting to flow in. Agencies starting to know you. Boom. Now you got to capitalize on who you are in the industry.
Okay.
Then once you kind of capitalize who you are in the industry, now you want to find a way how you can be a household name in a way of you're staying there now. Like people are, like, it's almost like when people see you, they expect you to be doing all these great things. Like, I expect them to be dancing with this person and doing this award show. And then once you get past the 20s, you start getting your 30s, your body start to break down. That's just like anybody. Your knees hurt, body hurt. You don't want to go down to the ground as much, like rubbing your knee like I rub my knees. Everything's starting to hurt, and your body starts tweaking. Then now you have to just move in a different way now. So maybe you was explosive, but now you change your style up. You change how you move your body. Maybe, maybe you are fashion and you want to kind of show whatever that niche is, or like that thing, that niche, whatever that is for you. You want to find that as you grow with time. Because like me, I don't expect me to be flipping around at 40 or mid 30s, whatever. But as you see now with some choreography, I went from, like you said, they didn't see it, but you said something to me starting off this thing before we cut the cameras on. You was like, yo, watching your style evolve through the times.
Yeah.
It's been crazy to watch. But as an artist, that's a part of the thing. It's a journey. It's like not only my dance, but it's my appearance and how I look and how I feel and how I'm around people. So you got to grow with that. All that matters, bro. All that matters. That's why I keep going back to knowing who you are and being very just loving to yourself, because eventually it's going to pay off. It's going to pay off somewhere. But you got to be so engulfed in your purpose when you do find your purpose that you are a little crazy. You got to be a little crazy for your purpose. That's the only way, to me, that you'll be exceptionally great rather than just really good.
Yeah, that's beautiful. That's well said.
Yeah, that was very lengthy, but hopefully
that was an amazing answer. The takeaway here seems like, well, there's many takeaways, but the one that really stuck out with me is just understanding how to adapt, especially as you get older. And like I told you earlier, your style, your physical style has changed so much, but your understanding of the world has also changed so much. Your life experiences have changed so much. So in terms of your career, now if you're not doing the crazy, let's say, worldwide tours and doing all these explosive moves in your 20s, let's say you're touring around the world, you're living this crazy fast lifestyle, but let's say you're 35 or maybe even approaching 40, you're not going to be able to do that anymore, right? No. So you got to now pivot into new opportunities, which could then be, I assume, classes maybe?
Classes, you can... I mean, depending where you are, like if you're still a dancer, you can go to assisting work.
Like assistant choreography?
Assistant choreography. Yeah. If you already kind of been assisting, get your main role as a choreographer, you can go into production. It's a lot of different ways. Some people fall into like full-blown artistry. It's different ways. I've seen even people for dancers fall into stylists because we're so fly. Dancers are fly. I've seen people end up being stylists and being, whatever. So like, it's crazy. So many different things. You just have to be open-minded.
I see. I never even thought about that.
Yeah, I've got like many friends who are like dancers but full-blown are like stylists now, and you would never know. Like, Then you have people like who are artists, like Jordan. Shout out my boy Jordan. Jordan Ward. He's full-on dancer.
Now, he was a dancer.
Yeah. Dance for Bieber and everything. Like he's like full-blown dancer. He's dope. He's an artist. So it's like we have definitely like Victoria Monet. Was a dancer.
Yeah. That's right.
An artist. So it's like dancers are I think we're just very special beings, man.
We're very special.
Because we're like a mosh pit of a lot of different things. And I think we can pivot.
Yeah. That's well said. I mean, you're so well dressed and you have such good style, and I didn't think about there's like the styling.
I appreciate that, Arad.
Of course, bro. I just love it, man. Like every time I see you, I mean, you used to have the beanie,
the beanie rolled up and the beanie days, man. If y'all was with me rocking for the beanie days, shout out to y'all, because that was an era.
That was an era. That's when I first met you. I think it was the beanie when you were dancing with Usher.
Yeah,
you had the beanie. Yeah,
sheesh. Yeah.
But it's so awesome to just see how that is evolved, and that part of you is no longer. Maybe it'll come back from time to time, but for the most part, it's like you're just a new person. Yeah. And I'm not saying style dictates you as a human being.
Nah. But it just how you dress, how you feel, you want how you feel, and I think it just comes with time. I mean, like I don't know. I think throughout the years, it's dope to see my style and how I think and how I navigate different situations. All of that matters to me, and it's kind of cool because I know a certain situation I wouldn't handle that way 5-6 years ago.
Yeah.
But now I'm here and I've learned what I learned. It's different. So it's been great. It's been an amazing journey so far, bro.
On that note about just growing and expanding your career in new directions, you're right. People become stylists. People have done a lot of creative work, creative direction. People become artists. You know, I was so narrow-minded before I asked that question. I was thinking the only things people can do are teach or become choreographers. But you're right. There's so many other avenues you can go from dance.
Producers, directors.
Dance is like almost just a stepping stone.
Yes, there we go. Right? There you go. Dancing, bro, like, you know, and it's okay too. Also, people who just want to just dance and just find that people become dance teachers and stuff. And back then, it own a studio. It can have like whatever that may be for you. So many different variables, but like for sure though, dance is a great stepping stone to kind of do whatever you want to do, man.
Yeah, man. On the note about choreography, to me, choreography seems like the natural progression for a lot of dancers. But the thing I'm thinking about the choreographers I know. I personally don't know a lot, but it doesn't seem like there's a lot of opportunities for choreographers. But am I wrong? Are there enough opportunities for all these dancers to then become choreographers?
No. I mean, I wish there was, but no, it's not. It's kind of hard to break through into the choreography world, and I guess to be taken seriously, you know, by those that you want to be taken seriously by, you know, from, you know, that's really where that comes from right there. And it's not a lot, you know what I mean? But I feel like with anything, I feel that you put enough time and you get to a certain place of greatness, you will have a seat at the table. You know, nothing is given, everything is earned. So in due time, that time will happen, you know, and I just feel like you have to wait that time, but not waiting by the sidelines, waiting and working at the same time. So, you know, when you are presented with that time to step up to the plate, then that's it. Everybody can't get that chance.
Yeah.
But it can. You have to show why you should get that chance. So it is harder because you're in a bigger fishbowl. You know what I mean? It's like a lot of dancers now. A lot of dancers having the same dream you want to do. I want to choreograph too. I want to be in the same artist with you.
Yeah.
You know, so it's real tough, and but it's a real reality. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's just I don't know, man. It's a tough battle to get past, but if you want it enough, you will. You know what I mean? And I had to get that same path when I got asked to do Chris. You know, that was a big, huge, scary moment. I was 23 years old, man, and got asked to choreograph one of the biggest dancing artists we have, and I almost said no. So, you know what I mean? But you gotta stick it through. Yeah, man.
That's insane.
Yeah, bro.
Was Chris also through Jamaica?
Long story short, bro, I was with Ush. I did a video with Chris. I was still dancing with Usher.
That's when I met you, the party video.
Yes, I was dancing with Usher. And at that time, a lot of people didn't know I was his assistant choreographer at that time. So, but again, I was just behind the scenes. And we did that video. Damn, you're right. We did that video. And that's in the rehearsal. That's when Chris kind of met me. He was like, I could just tell by his face, like, bro, who is this kid, bro? I've never seen him. I've seen a lot of dancers, but I don't know who this guy is. And yeah, we did the video, and he remembered me. And then, long story short, he kind of made some phone calls to his team, and then they reached out to Jamaica and was like, hey, he looking for a new choreographer right now. He's in like a little limbo state. You have any recommendations? So Jamaica threw my name in a hat with like a couple other people. They came back and said, hey, I remember that kid. I remember him. Let's use him. And I really thought I wasn't going to get used because I was already doing stuff for us. So I thought, they ain't gonna use me, man. It's whatever. It's all cool. You know, and he did. And then my whole life changed very, very, very fast, you know, and I was very nervous on taking that job because, you know, I'm like, hey, if I mess up right now, I'm 23. If I mess up this as a choreography job and a gig, no one's gonna hire me after this. Like,
you think so? There's no bouncing back?
in my mind, think about it. And when it comes to like dancing artists, you only had a certain few. You got a Beyonce, you got Usher, you got Chris, you got some Neo. So like, you know what I mean? It ain't really many dancing artists, you know what I mean? So, and there's more dancing artists, but I just to name a few. And if you got one of the main people for dancers that we know that, oh, this guy be dancing his tail off all the time. And Chris, he be always getting up, always flipping and moving around. And I messed that up. And at that time, shout out to his OGs, because Chris comes from a legacy where I'm blessed enough to even be in this position, because he didn't have like how, I'm not trying to bag on like the newer generation, but they would just be going through choreographers. A choreographer and the artist is like a bond.
Yeah. And
you've seen it throughout many times, I'm sure, with all the things. It's like a bond. Like, we're like one, we help each other get to the next level. And people just be filtering through. And Chris came from that generation where like you have one choreographer, maybe one or two, like a team that you always keep, So shout out to Rich and Tone, shout out to Fly Styles, you know what I mean? These are people who help navigate his career. So you just don't get like
you're not disposable.
You're not disposable. You're there to stay. You know what I mean? So
it's better.
You know what I mean? So I was blessed enough to how to come in and fill that spot. And
Chris is a loyal guy too, which is nice.
He's loyal, bro. You know what I mean? So when I got in there, I literally told him. He hired me. I said, hey, am I able to talk to Chris at some point? Talk to the management? All right, cool. I talked to him. I got on the phone. I said, hey, bro, I'm going to be real with you. I can make these steps fly. I can make you look straight and good and fly, all the good things, make your show on point. But one thing I got to say, though, is these lights and these content, I don't know none of this shit.
That's easy.
I don't know. Yeah, I'm very honest. He'll tell you, he'll confirm this. I don't know none of it, bro. I don't know any of this stuff. I'm not gonna lie to you. So, but I don't know. He was like, bro, I respect you even saying that. And like, you being real, I got you. I can teach you everything else. Just do what you do. I think you fly, bro. I said, bet. And we just moved like that. And that's what he did. He taught
awesome,
me,
bro.
Like, brick by brick, how he likes lighting, when we do videos, or how he likes being shot and everything. It was like all being custom made. And if you ever was with me with a Chris video and thing, you see how I be working. Moving fast, but it's because he trained me real early on about things and didn't make me feel scared to ask questions that everybody would ask. Like, people just assume when you get to Hollywood, you just know everything. You be like, most 9 times out of 10, you don't know shit. You like, bro, I'm just winging it. Like, I know what to do, but I don't know. I never walked the walk. I never had to be in here. Like, I have Chris literally kick people off the camera and let me get on the camera and start shooting an action music video. Like, all right, you're gonna shoot. Like, it just, he's very like hands-on that way. He said, hey, if I'm gonna be the bull and always be able to do stuff, I want you to be the same. If you're gonna be right behind me, I need you to do the same.
He trusts you enough.
He trusts me enough to.
He kicked out the DP.
Bro. Lily on the camera, bro. He did that for 3 videos. I did like pills on automobiles. I helped shoot heat, all type of crazy stuff, bro.
That's awesome.
It's dope. You know what I mean? But it just, that man, when he got faith in you, he loyal to you. He gonna put you in the hot seat, but only because he know he believe in you. You know what I mean? I gotta respect him and I appreciate him.
Yeah, it's amazing how he respected your humility. You were honest with him, and he didn't let that turn him off from anything. He understood it and he embraced it, you know? And now I can see the style of dance in those videos. I remember the cinematography in those videos. It's like this move. Chris made me realize, Chris taught me that the way you shoot a dance video is tremendously different from any other film project. It's its own art form, from the blocking to the framing to how you angle it to how the camera moves. The camera, like what you were saying about how you let your body flow, the camera essentially flows. Like, you're listening to your body when you dance. Your body is guiding you. When you're filming dance, you need to do the same thing. When you're filming dance, you can't be it's not like sharp edges, sharp corners. It needs to be fluid, like a circle.
Fluid, man.
It's very interesting. It's like an art, bro.
I consider you as a great director. Please tell your director friends, bro. We have to make it a thing now because we've been doing this too long. Dance is a big part of our world now.
Yeah.
You can't just say I'm gonna get a lock off wide shot,
no.
and then you can't just be in front of me because then you cut off the feet when you dancing. It's a lot of variables.
Oh my gosh.
Of like now you cut off the head, and now you didn't see the nuances, but the three people coming behind and flipping in because you was focused on one side. It's like it's a lot of things you want to do, but if again, choreographers is another beautiful thing because we can be that bridge to say, hey, you got the skills and knowledge to make us look good, but we made it up.
Yeah, exactly.
So we can tell you everything that's about to happen. I'm gonna give you the playbook.
Yes.
And now you just study that playbook, and then we gonna make some magic together.
Even the little things when we're on set together, when you say, oh, we got to make sure we get the footwork, like you said, get the footwork, get this hand movement, make sure we capture the hand on this side, make sure you don't cut off the feet at this part of the song. Those things were so valuable to me. I felt like I was in film school, but like a dance version of film school.
It's hard to film dance.
It was like a dance boot camp on how to film. It was interesting. It was awesome.
Yes, bro. Yes, but you did great though. You did good.
It was fun. Even the editing. Even the editing for dance. Like if you're editing for dance, you have to take yourself out of anything that you've learned up until that point, and you have to completely, radically transform your mindset.
Yes.
Your mindset changes with dance.
Yes.
Editing dance, shooting dance. It is so particular.
Yes.
It is so particular. I've seen some horrible dance edits.
Yes.
And so, but that was also because I learned from you guys, from you and Chris, like,
man,
how to really edit and shoot dance. So it's
happy to spread the knowledge, man.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't know. I think once people take their egos out of things, because people, this is how we learn in the film school. This is how you put the shoot it.
Fuck ego, bro. Fuck take your ego away.
Bro, take that shit away, bro. Like, I'm telling you, because now you see, like, even in certain videos with Chris, he's like, I want you to shake the camera, like, and it's not just the effect. Sometimes we actually shaking them big old cameras. Why though? Yeah. Because you want to get that same effect how you feel them kids on their phone, boom, they shaking the camera. You feeling how like the effect? That's what it is. It's raw energy.
It's just invoking it. It's just creating energy.
Creating energy. You gotta if you want that same energy, you just doing it with these expensive ass cameras. You just gotta do that same raw energy. Because they're doing it raw. They somewhere having none of this type of lights and camera action, but we're watching the very thing that you're trying to emulate. That took them maybe $5 to make or nothing at all with their phone, but we got $1,000. But now we gotta have that same type of energy. That's what that's from. That's all that's trying to capture on film. The energy. You want to feel that energy. What type of source of energy are you pulling from, and where you want me to make me feel or make the audience feel? So
that's a great point, man.
Yeah,
that's an amazing point. There's now a rise of TikTok. There's a rise in Instagram. I mean, Instagram's been around, but Reels are big. Video, short form video is like the thing right now, right?
Yeah, it is.
And you mentioned before how now people can build audiences and they can build, large followings. But what I'm curious is now for a new dancer, how easy is it really to blow up and create a name for yourself? Do you think TikTok and Instagram helps, or does it make it worse because it's more saturated? I'm struggling with that thought,
Man, I know what I hate to be devil's advocate, right?
Mm-hmm.
If I was speaking from a truthful place, when TikTok first came out, I did not like it at all. I didn't like what it did for dance. To me, in my opinion, it saturated a lot of things for dance. Still does.
Yeah.
But through a couple years going by, I've seen people that I respected, who I respect as movers and creative artists and dance artists, that are just as great, but they learn how to turn TikTok and still in a money form. But they're fly. They're not TikTok dancers. They're
what
like
is
actual
a TikTok
dancers.
But what is a TikTok dancer?
To me, a TikTok dancer is a person who literally can't dance, and they just do the little and smile.
Oh, the little trends.
The little trend. That's it. That's all it is. And all they got to do is look good for 13 seconds. But if you try to tell them, hey, I need you to catch my attention for the next minute right now without this phone device, full body, can you make me feel something? Can you dance on this stage? Can you, if I had to put you in a music video, just you alone, can you hold alone the camera and energy behind that? No, you cannot.
I see.
That is a TikTok dancer. That is someone, which is fine. Because guess what? You you said I might not want to be a professional dancer. I like doing this,
Just
looking
fun.
cute, doing
Yeah.
TikTok and getting money. That's cool, but it definitely saturated because a lot of like labels now, since TikTok is breaking like songs and making songs go #1 because of a dance trend, now they just want to keep putting everything out. So now everything is just saturated with this BS bullshit. I'm like, bro, this is not real dance. And now they keep asking, can we make this dance? Or can we make this dance routine feel like a TikTok routine so everyone want to do it? And
it dumbs it down.
I'm like, bro, we in a video. This is a music video. Like, why are we doing what they doing? Like, the world can do that. That's fine. I get you want to do a trendy thing, but that's not dance. That's not what we paying thousands of dollars for.
Yeah,
whatever, to take class or to be getting videos to do something like that's not fly for us.
Right.
You know what I mean? And guess what? They're making more money than sometimes we making off of videos. Like,
that's insane.
Off of the 15-second video off of their phone. Like, that's
with
crazy.
no skill.
Yeah. You know what I mean? But because you got a good following, whatever, million followers or something, now you got all the opportunity. Now they getting music video placements now because of their little random video they just made. They probably got a lot of followers, made a video, which I'm not hating. Get your money. What do you think? Hey, shout out to y'all out there. But
damn, man.
For the people, I'm just speaking for the people who work hard and the craft that we want to do, and we take our job seriously, and we take we spend a lot of hours and invest in a lot of time in our career to be able to be highlighted how these people are being highlighted on a big platform. We want that same respect. We actually been putting in that time.
Of course.
You took no classes. We took 20 classes.
100%.
Last month. You know what I mean? So this is that's the difference. So just know where it's at. I don't want people to be like, oh, I'm a dancer. Are you a dancer or are you a TikTok dancer? No. It's fine if you want to do social dancing because, again, you don't have to be a professional. But know the difference when you say you're a professional dancer.
You've been so lucky to be, not lucky, you've been blessed and you've created opportunities for yourself to be on set with so many amazing artists and collaborate with so many artists and choreograph and dance with amazing artists. But, celebrities all have different relationships with dance. Right, Chris or Sierra or Usher, they have really strong ties to dance because that's part of their upbringing. They were trained more,
Yep.
And so for them, it's almost integrated with their brand and with their identity, right?
Right.
But there's some artists who don't have that identity, right? Like they come up, maybe they're just very good singers, or maybe they're just have very good stage presence, right? For those artists who are not on the level of Chris, Usher, Sierra, how do they pick up choreography, and what's it like working with them versus working with someone who's so innately good with dance,
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a challenge in the very beginning. Every job is different, every person is different, and but throughout time in your career, you kind of learn how to navigate those things. And you're right, it is definitely a change because when you're with a person who just knows how to dance, know how to move, 9 times out of 10 knows what they want to do in the video, how they want to look and how they want to feel, it makes it a lot easier for us. So we just kind of be very direct.
Yeah.
But a person who's like that, like you have like, let's go even some as rappers, they don't know how they want to move. They don't want. They like. Well, they all, man, I don't dance, bro. I ain't like Chris Brown doing all that dance and stuff, bro. They say, they always say the same thing.
Yeah.
But my brand is all about sauce, bro. Like, and so I had to learn throughout the years of making a person who doesn't know how to dance feel comfortable in movement. Not necessarily dancing, but in movement, knowing that you can move your body, bro, and it's okay. You don't gotta look corny. You don't gotta bust a whole 8 count. You can just groove. We all know how to groove. I'm gonna let you feel comfortable going back and forth, walking, back and forth, and not feeling off beat or on beat.
Yeah.
Because some people, they don't know that. Like, you an artist, some people like, oh, I wanna walk on beat while I'm singing. Like, you don't gotta do that. You just walk and just sing, or you can rap, or however that may be for you. So finding a way, and then also finding the special thing about that artist and learning how to pull it out of them. They might not even know it. I think that's my like high. A lot of times with artists, like I love pulling something out of them. Pause. Just
No, I get it.
pause for the occasion. You know what I'm saying? But cause I did sound crazy. But but no. But I like pulling inspiration out of them for sure, because you see the level of confidence grow.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I love that, and especially people who don't dance. They're like, oh man, like they're going to the session thinking one thing, like, man, I don't know how this gonna be, and then they get excited. Then they like, yo, I want to do another session. Like, when can we book another session?
Yeah.
And I feel better. And now they're being is even weird, because now they're so invested in notes. They want notes. Like, what am I doing right? What am I doing wrong? I want to know. You sure? Like, tell me the truth. And for some reason, I've been blessed enough to have a honest relationship with all the artists that I work with.
Mm-hmm.
And I try to be honest. I just try to be as honest with them as I can. Like, hey, bro, or hey, sis, or whoever you are. I try to be smart about it and not hurtful, but knowing like, hey, maybe we shouldn't do that. You know, that look a little corny. Or maybe we should do this. Hey, what you did yesterday with that little head nod, that's the vibe. That's the vibe. We need to do that. They're like, no, you think so? No, I shouldn't do it. Now you should. And then when they see someone in their management or say friend come in, they see them do it. Oh, that was hard. Now they getting validated. Now they want to do it more. I think that's the beautiful part about us, is showing someone something that they always had in them, but they didn't think they did, and you get to help to show that and expose that. That's fire.
That's amazing. Have you ever experienced creative blocks when you're doing choreography or dancing?
Yeah, bro, for sure. I definitely have. I think we all have at one point. You frustrated. You know, you make one version, then you make a second version, you make a third version, and whatever that may be, the director might say, "Hey, we can't do this because the space is too small," or the choir or the other artist say, "Hey, we want to change that. I like it, but I don't really like it that much. Want to change it." Whatever that may be, he's just changing and learn how to like get past it. And I always like slow down. I think, figure it out. I kind of draw inspiration about what they want, and I always look into self and try not to get emotional about whatever I'm doing at that point, because it's like Erykah Badu say, we sensitive about our shit. So it's like, you know, who wants to be told this is not fly, and
right?
About, I don't like this.
Right.
Do it again. So then you got to make a new routine, like, and you got to make it out of a certain inspiration. But now you're feeling so caved down.
Yeah,
you got to just learn how to fight through that and know that, hey, a person told me, also Jamaica. She said, hey, when I used to have this, and I'm like, cause Jamaica made me make 6 different versions, bro. Back in the day when I was
of a routine.
I would be like. When I was like understudy for her, and she was my mentor, she would say, "Oh, make a routine. I'll make another version. I'll make another version. I blend the 1 and 3 together." Like, she was always whatever. And I'm like, dang. Hey, one day I was like, "Bro, why I do all these versions for?" Because she saw I was kind of like frustrated, and all I had to say is, she was like, "Man, so you're mad because I'm actually doing different versions, right?" I'm like, "Yeah." You know what I mean, you don't like it? Just tell me you don't like it. She said, "Well, can you only make up one version? Can you only make up 2 versions? If you're saying you're going to be the best, and you want to be the best in the career, and you got a whole lot of people who trying to be in your shoes, and you want to be around, work with all these amazing artists that all are picky. They all got their own mannerisms. They all got their own style. And you telling me you don't know how to make up more than a couple versions of routine. If you can only make up 1 or 2 versions of routine, you're not the GOAT. You can't call yourself the best. You should always find a way to be able to pull out inspiration."
Wise words.
And that helps me be a beast right there. To now, I've learned how to make up routines fast, right on the spot.
Where do you get inspiration from?
Everyone, bro. Everyone. Like, that's why when I hire people that I'm inspired by.
Like dancers.
Yeah, dancers. I don't want people who just I feel like I'm better with. I like people, when I see people, I'm like, yo, I love these people. So when the people come to me and friends and management, like, yo, we love them. We like, yeah, I love them too. That's why I booked them. Like, I knew you would love them because I love them. And if I love them, to me, in my mind, I will hope that me being in this industry so long that I have a certain level of taste, and these people are that taste.
Yeah.
So when I don't have to feel. I don't know. A lot of choreographers, I think sometimes you get wrapped in like, oh, I made a part of a choreography. I made it up. Like, I don't really hold deep into that no more. Like when you're young, you kind of want to do that because you want that sense of pride. Yeah, it's your ego. Look, you want to be like, nah, I made that up. You know what I mean? But now I'm very like, it's a collaborative thing. Like, I make up stuff. I'm more so about the creative now. But also, I'm fine to helping. Hey man, I'm a love whatever. What would you do? Let me see your vibe. I just have some dancers say, let me just see you freestyle. And I'm like, oof. I was just say, okay, well, look, boom, boom, boom. And I always give credit when it's due. This person helped out with this thing because, there's no ego there, man.
Totally.
To be real, it get the job done. You want to get the job done. People don't even know how all the things you had to do to get the job done. You just got to get the job done.
Yeah, you got to get it done, bro.
Yeah.
What speaks to you outside of hip hop and choreography? Are there any other creative outlets or interests that influence your dance or choreography?
Yeah, man. I ain't gonna lie. I will say style.
Like fashion?
Fashion helped out my dance. And then you know what's crazy? It's gonna. I don't know if I can really say something like this, but mentality. Mentality is a big thing for me. Like I don't play a lot of sports anymore, but like hearing stories like Kobe, LeBron, Michael.
Yeah.
Like I kind of, because dancers are athletes, you know what I mean? So I take stories and stuff like that and I apply it to dance. I'm like, well, who's the LeBron in dance right now? Who's the Kobe? Who's these people? Again, all greats. You can all coexist.
Yeah.
It's just different type of great.
And they have different stories behind them
too. They have different stories behind them. And they all serve the purpose for whatever generation or whatever they did in their career. And I kind of take that with dance. And I was like, all right, if they can do that, we can do it on our scale.
Yeah.
So, yeah, bro. I mean, and that's and just people around, bro. Like, it's just so many fly people who not even dancers. It just be fly people around the world. You walk like, yo, like, what do you do? Who are you? Okay. That's great. You know what I mean? And now I get to just watch anything. Some days now, bro, I have to be looking at tree branches. I'll be looking at a tree. I'm like, oh, no, that's kind of cool. I like how the light casting the shadow on the branch. That might be a dope, concept. Anything now can.
Right. And then you can almost like look at that light and like think about maybe on a set or on stage
exactly,
for a show.
Exactly. I'm
what
like,
if
boom,
the light hits us like
they
this?
hit this and now I'm boom. Now my shit, now just my hands, and then it grows into here to my body. Like, everything now is an inspiration. Like, it's a source of inspiration. You can literally draw a source of inspiration from anywhere.
Yeah.
And I think you need that, honestly, because the more, we're in the industry, the more years you be in here, the more things you like, all right, what else I'm going to come up with now? Like, I think I just did, am I done coming up with stuff? Because I don't know. I feel like we didn't dreamt it all. You got to keep dreaming. You
got to keep dreaming.
Yeah.
You got to keep dreaming. You work with so many people, bro. I mean, you work with, I've said it a million times, Usher, Chris, Sierra, Neo, Austin. Who am I missing on the list? Did you say with BTS?
BTS, I did something for BTS. I did T Grizzly, Jack Harlow.
Everyone.
Man, it's a lot of people, bro. Like, I'm very, very blessed, bro.
Tell me about your experience with BTS.
You know what's crazy? I never got to work with BTS like in person.
Okay.
I had it's one of them like K-pop, J-pop thing when they ask you for a service. You film it, you have some dancers to emulate them, and then you send it back to them.
Got it.
I mean, so I had like...
It's like consulting.
Yeah, like pretty much. I helped out with that video, like just like, I think it's like a music video. Don't ask me what song, I forgot.
It's okay.
But I did something for them and like had to choreograph a little something, got some dance together, sent it over.
Yeah.
And that was it. So that was my BTS experience, but I never got to officially work with them. I think that was around the time of COVID.
Okay, that makes sense why they probably asked for a video. Yeah,
around the time of COVID. So
shout out to BTS, man.
Shout out to BTS, bro. Great. They're good, talented people. So.
Yeah, super talented.
Yeah.
So then, with that being said, given your impressive track record, what's one experience that has stood out to you the most?
Mm. One experience that stood out to me to the most in choreography, or just
Or
in general my
dance, in
career.
general.
In
Choreography, dance,
Let's see, man. That's tough.
preferably something with an artist, you know. I mean, there's always that interesting dynamic, interesting stories, you know.
Mm-hmm.
No
Let's
pressure.
see. I say this. I say when I got Chris,
Yeah.
never being afraid to go for it, because you work so hard to get somewhere, right?
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes you never know when it's gonna come, and when it comes, you're almost so shocked that you're like, "Is this the right thing to do?
Mm.
Am I right?" And I mean, because I really was gonna say no, and the reason why I say that, because that was a very pivotal moment, because I could have not be here right now talking to you. I'm sure I would have got here at a certain point, but it wouldn't have been as fast.
Mm-hmm.
And the fact that I took that lesson, and shout out to God, man, that God trusted me at a very young age with a lot of responsibility,
Mm-hmm.
and I think that was a big, big moment for me
Mm-hmm.
to believe in me. And I mean, it's so cliche, but you really got to believe in yourself. And I think me believing in me, that point in time in my life, made me even more that like dedicated.
Yeah.
Down the long road. Now, like, it's almost like all the doubts I had, I just let it go now. Like, that's ever since you met me, I just be like, all right, I'm gonna figure it out. We're gonna do this. You know what I mean? I'm nervous. I don't know. Very honest, but I'm gonna figure it out.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm glad God was able to put me in that type of position to be able to make them type of decisions, to be able to play forward and keep going with life.
Really change your life, man. Those little opportunities, everything compounded, right?
Yeah.
One experience compounded onto the next experience. And it's almost like life kind of works exponentially.
Yeah.
For some people, it kind of goes like this, but there's generally a point in your life where you see it going like this, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so it seems like your catalyst kind of really went crazy. Went with Chris, right? It just really Chris exponentially grew.
Exponentially went, like, a lot of things I would have had to cross the hurdles and stuff. I crossed it faster because I had to, I was luckily. It's hard to get your own artists out here. You know what I'm saying?
And to work with the best.
The best. I'm saying
the best dancer of our generation is a huge.
It's huge, and to be able to keep that
huge opportunity.
And that's a huge opportunity for me. So, I give my own little self a pound of back.
You should, bro.
And shout out to my team for people who just helped me out along the way, because it definitely wasn't just me. But I'm happy that I was able to do it and still doing it. Bro. It's been 8 years now.
That's incredible.
8 years is crazy. So
that's incredible, bro.
Yeah, man.
You're inspiring.
Thank you, bro. I'm trying, man. For all the people out there, I want to just be inspirational. I want to create a legacy. You know what I'm saying?
You are.
I don't want to just
such a young age and you're going crazy already, bro.
I'm very thankful, my guy.
What advice would you give to young dancers who want to break into the industry but don't know where to start? And more particularly, I'm talking the dance industry.
Okay.
Man,
first just do some research. You don't know where to start, you don't know where to go, you know how to break into the industry, do some research. Say, hey, wherever you live at in your region, what's closest to you? How can you get yourself out there? Then learn about what you want to do. You want to tour, you want to do some videos, maybe find out who's choreographing for these type of artists. Then see what type of style they like to do, or what type of style they kind of usually choreograph for a region they do, and then you train that style, because now it's getting closer to where you want to go. It's almost like back to the basics.
Yeah.
Yes, you got to train dance. I don't like to say those things because that's a given. You want to be a dancer? You got to train and dance. You got to train in all different styles of dance, because you never know what you're going to be hired for. You want to be very versatile and versatile. So all those things, to me, is a given. You should know that if you want to be a professional with anything you do, you got to put in a lot of hours, a lot of time. But now, if you want to be strategic, so you want to be shooting in the dark, you want to get strategic on and very direct on how you want to move as a dancer. So I want to be a touring dancer, find touring choreographers and find different workshops. Get to know how that feel. Get to know dance beside a working dancer so you know the difference within yourself and someone else. You like, oh, I see how fast they pick up choreography. Oh, I see how clean they are. You know, whatever. And I don't have that yet. Then you should know that's the goal. That should be a goal of yours. And then keep going. To then once you get to a professional status, then like, again, research and find, okay, what type of agencies do I want to do? What's some of your favorite dancers that you love about certain dancers that you follow, and then you see what type of agencies they are, and then why they on there, because certain agencies give different outlooks. Like some agencies are for commercials, like they're more commercial based, so you might book more commercial with this agency because you might have a good face, a good look, a good whatever, clean look, boom. But then these people agency might book a lot more touring opportunities. They might have people who hires to do tour. Very strategic, bro. Very strategic. You know what I mean? Because now, like you say, it's a lot more dancing, and you don't want to give all your power to agents and managers. You have to be smart enough to look up your own research and know what you want to be able to do with your career. Because at the end of the day, it's your career. And you got to think with any agency or any business, there are more than one person. So it's not just you that representing. And depending on what type of agency you are, even if you are a great talent, that's just the beginning. You book an agency, that's great. That's all. Still dope. I don't want to say it's not dope. That's really dope and amazing. But now, how many people is on that agency? 500. So now you in the pool between you and 500 people. So what's the now? That was just the only step. So now you gotta keep putting out content, keep looking at your reinventing yourself, so you can be in the forefront in that top 50 percentile, top 50 people on that page, so you can get shouted out to do jobs. All that matters.
Content seems like it's kind of allowing people to stand out more, huh?
Yes. You gotta how you represent yourself, bro. Like, you gotta know where you want to be. You know what I mean? And it's okay not to do everything. If that's the goal, but it's okay. What's for you is for you, and what's not is not.
Yeah, totally. I'm with you. If you could choreograph for any artist, past or present, who would it be?
Michael Jackson.
Michael Jackson? I saw that coming.
You ain't got it, man.
That's like everybody's answer, bro.
Man, I have to do it, man. Michael Jackson, hands down, no ifs, ands, or buts about it. I really wish I still have that wish to this day. I was definitely blessed enough to be able to help dance and choreograph for some phenomenal artists, which is Chris and Usher, and in my opinion, for male artists, and they're up there. And wow, what an honor it'd be to be able to do something for Mike too, the three GOATs. Oh man, that would have been.
That's
at that point. I like, what can you tell me? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, so, but I'm just for sure, 100% Michael Jackson. Like, I just wanted to meet this man. If I could just grab his hand, bro, and give him a firm handshake and say, I appreciate everything you have done for the world and for all creators around the world. Because I can't just say dancers, because I feel like Michael have touched just way more than just dancers. Like, but if I had to bring it down to dance, he just shape shifted what it was to have showmanship as a dancer. You know, of course we still have James Brown, and we have a lot of people who were still saucy and fly, but Mike he was just different, man.
Top-notch entertainer, top-notch performer.
He was the definition. You know what I mean? To me, I feel like his work ethic was unmatched. You know what I mean? And he literally did everything he did was out of love.
Yeah.
And music stands alone all these years. Man made movies for music videos.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
What?
Oh yeah.
Like, he was different, man. So shout out to Mike, man. We all miss you out here. We love you. Rest in peace. Rest in heaven.
Shout out to Mike, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Rest in peace. Well, we got one last thing I want to do.
Okay.
Are you ready for it?
Let's do this. What we doing?
Ready?
Ooh.
It's going down.
Come on. We didn't change the vibe. What we doing, man?
So I got a deck of cards here.
Okay.
In this deck of cards, we got 50 questions. You don't have to read them all. I just want you to go through the deck. You don't even have to look at them, you know, but I want you to pick one card that speaks to you, whether you want to shuffle them, pick what's on top, whatever. Pick one card that speaks to you, read the question, and give me an answer that's straight from your heart.
Say it. Easy. Let's do it. I'm gonna shuffle them. I like just letting fate chance it.
Yeah. Let's hear it.
Okay, I found it. Here we go. It says, what's the most meaningful compliment you've received about your work? Wow. In the simplest way, I think the most meaningful compliment I received was someone simply just loving what I do, and something that came out of my brain and my own artistic direction. And people like, hey man, my dream is to work with you. And to me, that was, and still to this day, is like a big dream. Like, and of course, people that work with me, so in my mind, I think, oh, they want to just work with the artists I'm with, you know, which is fine. I mean, which is great. That's like a gateway. And they're like, nah, like what you do, bro. Like, I want to be able to work with you. I like what you do, how you create, how you treat your dancers, how you make everybody feel like it's a family and it's home. Like, I want to be able to work for you. And I love what you create as a creator in general. And someone told me, like, not just for Chris, like I see what you do it all over. That's a beautiful thing. They say you inspire me every day just by being you. That hit me home, bro. That hit me home. Like, I never forget that message. And it was from a stranger, and it was like, bro, and they wrote it very well, and they just was telling me like, hey, you know, you're amazing, and what you do, not just for Chris. I want to make it very clear to you what you do for this generation and for the culture and for whatever for the new generation of dancers. You are amazing, and I hope you understand how amazing you really are and how you changed my life, and hope you know how many lives you changed along the way. So
it's beautiful, and that's part of your purpose, man.
That's all you can ask for as when you walk in your purpose, is to be thankful and that other people can recognize what you work so hard to do, you know what I mean, all your life. And that's it. That's what fuels me every day, bro. Like, every day I really just want to be the best version of myself, and I can't wait till the day, I always say it, I can't wait till the day when I'm whatever age, if younger or older, and someone comes to me and they was like, hey, I seen my first tour or my first music video or something, I seen you choreograph back in whatever many years ago. That made me want to be a dancer. That's gonna make me literally tear up and cry right there. Because for we all had that moment. Oh, I watched this video and I want to become a dancer. And for someone to watch that, like I used to watch, and say, oh, I watched your creativity and that made me want to do what you guys are doing now. Biggest payoff I could ever have.
It's amazing, bro.
Can't wait for that moment, man.
It's gonna come. I'm sure it already is happening. You just don't know.
You just don't know about it. Yeah. So, yeah, man.
Bro, thank you for coming.
All right, bro.
Josh Smith, what a great interview, bro.
Man, I hope so, bro. I hope so, man.
Dude, I learned a lot. I'm sure everybody watching, you know, is gonna learn so much from this. And
amazing.
You know, we're just getting started, man.
We're just getting started, man.
Shout out to
Rod.
Shout out to you, man. Where can people check your stuff out? Where can people follow you?
Man, social. I don't want to do too much social, but everything is dancer _ Smith, BOYSMITH. Dancers Boy Smith. Go check me out. Instagram, TikTok, Twitter. I'm never on Twitter, but whatever, you know, head out. And then just so y'all know, by the time this come out, I don't know, but check my socials, because I am coming out with a website.
Oh shit! Let's go
at the top of the month, like February-ish.
Okay.
So the website should be the website should be out. More updates to be on there. I'll let you know what it is.
Let's go, man. Let's go. Thank you guys for watching. Y'all know what to do. We need to build our audience. So please, whatever platform you're on, if you're on YouTube, subscribe. If you're on Spotify, follow the show. If you're on Apple Music, follow us there as well. And please give us a 5-star rating. We're trying to climb the ranks. We're trying to get up there. Chart on the podcast.
Got my guy out here, yo.
But thank you guys. Thank you for being here.
Thank you, bro.
But most importantly, I want to give a big round of applause to ourselves.
Let's go. Facts. You gotta applaud to yourself, man.
Yeah, man.
Shout out, bro. Thank you, bro.